YouTubers, Mike Martins here with the Mike Martins channel. Thanks for joining me, subscribing, and liking this video. Guys, I'm an entrepreneur here in a small town in Canada. I've been in business for self for a good portion of my life. And today I'm going to make a video on the top 5 reasons why you should leave Canada. I know, top 5 reasons why you should leave Canada if you can. Alright guys, I am an immigrant living here, immigrant family. From Portugal, came in the early 80s, very early 80s, to Canada, and basically here in Canada to basically live a better life, to escape the fascism kind of way of Portugal when it was back in the day. So we came together to Canada for a better life, and Canada was bringing in European immigrants because they needed to build the country. And Europe, who's better than colonizing and building the world? The Europeans. So anyways, let's go into the top 5 reasons why you should be leaving Canada and not coming here anymore. Why you should leave Canada. I should do why you shouldn't immigrate to Canada, but they pretty much fall into the same list. Okay, number 5, money laundering. You probably, well, I'm not going to be money laundering there. Why do I care? Well, money laundering is a big thing in Canada. Canada as a whole is a huge money laundering hotspot. Canada had what we've caught in a minuscule of 3-4 years, $200 billion laundered through real estate. When a country becomes a money laundering hotspot, the governance in effect or protecting and the border restrictions or whatever that's supposed to be protecting money from washing up ashore into our economy is not doing their job. And money laundering basically props up GDPs temporarily and leaves the locals impoverished. And that's why money laundering hotspots, stay out of them. Canada's one, Australia's one, New Zealand is one, England and the UK as a whole now is one, and parts of the United States are money laundering hotspots like California, Oregon, and Washington State, Massachusetts, New York, and Illinois. Okay, guys, so number 4, selective immigration. Canada is a very selective immigration country. It's not open to the whole world. United States now is changing its immigration policies of some sorts. I'm not sure what's happening. I haven't taken a good look at it, but I will take a look at the American immigration. Selective immigration. 2005 hits. Canada does not need the Portuguese anymore. So what do? They shut down the school, or they hold back the Portuguese-speaking students in Canada in 2015, 16, 17, and 2006, 7, and 8. Sorry, 2006, 7, and 8. They shut down malls, shopping centers where people that were shopping that were predominantly Portuguese, and if they were caught and they couldn't provide any proof, they were put on a bus and sent back to Portugal. A lot of them were sent back with not even a piece of clothing that they could change into. And selective immigration is very big for Canada, very selective on who they allow to come into the country, whether if they're bringing wealth or whatever they're bringing to the country. But unfortunately, Portuguese, I know Hungarian, I know Greek, a lot of cultures from the European descendants have been deported back to their countries from Canada. The mass deportation started in 2002 and it ended in about 2008, 2009. 41,000 Portuguese families were deported from Canada. They would hold the students back in the classrooms until the parents at 2, 3 in the morning would come in and show paperwork that they're allowed to be in the country. So selective immigration is what Canada became or turned into. Number 3, working class. No longer. So again, a lot of the Europeans that did come to Canada, and a majority of Canadians are working class citizens. They work, they pay their taxes, they pay their dues, they do their best, to keep the country afloat and do what they can. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, coming with a duffel bag over your left or right shoulder with two nickels to rub together and to work the rest of your life and raise a family, those days are long gone. Coming in, if you could come in to the country, if you're not part of the selective immigration, if you could come into the country, you will be working poor, unfortunately, unless you either win a lottery, marry a rich person, or something along those lines. And that's why, number 3, middle class is disappearing. Working poor. So we have a very big poor population and working poor population in the service industry. There's higher end service industries. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, middle class is disappearing. So, and if you're in the middle class like I am, it may be keeping an eye on the door or keeping an eye on the emergency exit, especially with them stopping or having restrictive lockdowns on travel out of Canada. And I've been telling you guys, the massive Canadian brain drain, where there's 35 million Canadians living in America since 1974. Look it up. Okay, number 2, taxation. Canada is so heavily taxed and taxes are going up. I'm paying 170 to 180, 200 bucks a month in carbon tax to heat my home. So I'm just throwing this out there for you folks. Taxes will get expensive here in Canada. So if you got your eye on the door and you could afford to move, find out what they're doing in the States. Or I have some friends that moved to Mexico permanently, born and raised in Canada. They're living in Mexico. Like they're done. I have friends that moved to Brazil and they're like, Mike, I'd rather learn Portuguese and live in Brazil than, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've had all kinds and they're doing well. I see them on Facebook. You think Brazil, oh my God, the president there, oh my God. No, it's not, working people that are working and want to the best and think for the best always do well in life. They always manage to find a way to get ahead. So taxation's out of control. I think it's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. Okay, and number 1, most importantly, the cost of owning property is just horrendous. Provinces like British Columbia and Ontario right now, and Quebec is getting there, it's basically next to impossible to own property if you're an upper average wage earner. These provinces are having a tough time finding first-time home buyers that are local, and that's why Canada needs to compete with Australia and New Zealand for wealthy investors. Now with this whole Hong Kong thing, England has given 5.3 million visas. Bring your money over from Hong Kong into England. And Australia's fighting over that too, and so is Canada and New Zealand. They're fighting over that money. So they're trying to use oh my God, Hong Kong is being infiltrated. Oh no, we need to save Hong Kong. And why are they not scared of peeing off China? Well, because the capital flows in China have been on lockdown, and they're getting stricter with their social credit scores in China. So the cost of owning property in Canada, tied into the money laundering, tied in with the high taxation, tied in with the disappearing middle class and selective immigration, has made Canada basically has turned into a very unlivable situation. Luckily, I'm dual citizen, so if it gets really bad here and I need to leave the country, I could go back to Portugal. I don't have to worry too much. I'm a citizen. I can make my kids a citizen. And that's the situation we're in right now. This is my opinion on... a lot of people commented on a video I posted on the... I just made a video talking about, how things are getting expensive and lockdown restrictions on travel and this and that. And people are saying, you know what? I'd rather die poor in a nice warm country or my home country than die poor, cold, and miserable here. So these are my opinion on the top 5 reasons why, if you're going to be leaving Canada, you should have at least 1 or 2 reasons on this list. Number 5, money laundering is a major issue. Number 4, selective immigration. Number 3, disappearing middle class. Number 2, massive taxation. And number 1, the cost of owning real estate. America's headed towards that with their new administration. Amerifornia will be coming soon. Amerifornia will be coming to America, where all the inexpensive cities in Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, Georgia, Texas are going to become unaffordable soon because of people migrating out of the blue states and bringing this whole movement into affordable cities across America. So you will be seeing Amerifornia. So people in Canada have their eye on America, especially with the cost of living going up here drastically, food, everything. So those are my top 5 reasons. If you have any other reasons why, please go ahead and comment below. I look forward to reading and replying to your comments. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk soon.